Like every week, this week, your boy Futcrunch is gonna review your squads. Every week, I send this tweet out: send me your squads, what your current struggle, and untradables, and I look at your teams for less than 20 minutes. I try and give some nice looking recommendations to improve your squads. More than likely, this will help you if you are looking or you don't know where to upgrade next with your team. First of all, we have my man Yasim. He has, oh, that's a nice look. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have some, like, a lot of summer heat cards in their teams. He has Ramos, Cuman, who needs shadow though. But overall your team is quite good. I'm impressed to know. I would really like to know who your second center mid is, and like depending on the formation you use, normally it's way better to have two center defensive mids, and why you're picking Ramos over, you could have there another card from Real Madrid. You could even have, instead of Ramos, you could even have a Lenglet there. And I'm again not the biggest fan of Cuman either way. But well, I'm interested to know who your sentiment is. I like your team overall. Both wingers are quite good. Your striker Butragueño is insane card. He doesn't need finisher though. I put Maestro on him for a bit more passing because I like to play him cam because of my striker is Dembele and Summer Heat, so that's better than him as a striker. You could with Firmino, and I guess you play Firmino in midfield. I wouldn't recommend that though. Like for sentiment, his scream is actually better. Now, Lol Hassan, my man Hassan has a whoa. Look, you see, this is a smart looking squad. You should indeed get a better version of this Allison, but it's okay. This is having the David Luiz there is a better choice than getting the actual Summer Heat one because the upgrade is not that meaningful. Now, I'm actually quite concerned about your choice of players on this team because I am just not the biggest fan of Robertson. You could literally have any left back from Prem there. There's no need to have Robertson there. You could have even Arnold 84 is better than Robertson, and I'm not sure who other you could potentially have there instead. But you have to look into that. Look for someone that's I don't know. I don't know why I don't like Robertson. I haven't played with him, and every time like most people that I play that have him, and he just doesn't perform well. I would recommend you getting a Scream Agüero here, or if you can, because the actual card that I would like you to have there instead of him is Richarlison, like a Richarlison shapeshifter or something like that would be interesting. Or just waiting for EA to release, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We don't know when it's gonna happen, but EA needs to release a Premier League striker, and they will. They will. If I were you, I would also get the better version, like the best version that I could potentially get with from Bruno Fernandes. And I am quite not the biggest fan of Havertz, and I'm not the biggest fan of Ginter either, my dude. Next up, we have Mustafa. Oh, these ones were sent about an hour ago. Getting Mustafa, my man here. He has 300k, and he got lucky with the prime icon packs. I love these two pairing up front. Great cards together, Mustafa, bro. I do think Butragueño is a better striker, whereas Lidman and Dalglish could be the better cam in this case. Now, Kimpembe is a great card. The card that I don't like is this Umtiti. And because of what you need in your team, I would 100% recommend you getting Lenglet. That's your next upgrade. Get that Lenglet. I think he's forever, so you don't have to make him now. But your wingers are quite good because I guess you use him as a winger. One thing that I would suggest you do, well, I mean, it's not actually a good suggestion if I'm honest now that I look at it again, but one thing that you could do is you could play Ndombele as a fullback, and you could play Mendy in like a central position. But well, it's all down to you. I've heard he's a great right back, but yet again, you already have Zanetti right back, so I don't know why I'm even saying that. But well, Lenglet for the link. Next up, his budget is 230k for Daniel. All his he has all untradables except for Mares and Mandanda. His currency issue is I'm not sure if Tite is good enough. I mean, he's not good enough. Like I've been saying it since he came out. He's a solution for like a week. And what is that? My man is flexing the freaking Ronaldo prime moments on me. How on earth do you? Whoa. Okay, so both wingers are quite good. I've never been the biggest fan of Mares, but it is what it is. I haven't tried him, so I can't say anything. It's just that whenever I play against him, people don't. I don't know. He's not deadly for some reason. Regulon I like. Umtiti is also, I don't like Umtiti, bro, and I don't know about Laudrup either. Like these like the issue here is that these are cards that I haven't played against much, and I don't know how good they actually are. For example, that Umtiti, I'm sure he's not good enough. Like if I were you, I would just not use Umtiti and I'll get the Lenglet if you can get the Lenglet and use that Umtiti to like put it on the Lenglet and get the Lenglet, or because I think Lenglet is quite expensive. You could also get like RTTF Militao. He doesn't link to both cards, so that would be quite that would be steep. You could get a different center back that has over 80 pace and that has decent dribbling. Like even there, if I'm to be honest with you, well, actually I wouldn't do it because he wouldn't link completely. He wouldn't link completely. I was gonna say to get Berchicha left back as a center back, but you wouldn't have enough links because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 going to him and only 2. So it's quite hard to upgrade there. You need someone that's French like Baran. You could do. Only 100k in Kante and Proms are are tradable. Okay, get in. First of all, I don't like Bobby Moore. I just don't like him. I think you are way better off rather than using Moore, using Tomori Future Stars. I'm 100% sure he's better. And even if he's like a prime or whatever, blah blah blah, if you just got him from a prime thingy, just don't. Just get Tomori. He has a green link to him, and you won't lose Kem on Kimpembe because he already has 2 links. Next up is upgrading that Kante to like his RTTF or something like that. They are not that expensive, and if you can, I think I saw Mendy's still, you can still get him. So if you could get a better version, like the 93 better version of Mendy, that's a huge upgrade on his 89. He certainly does feel way better. I like this pairing up here. It's quite popular as well. I've seen it a lot. And your left wing, Proms, I haven't played against him much, so I don't know much about that. But I do quite, I like when you're moving the ball forward. An improvement, his budget is 500k. You have Machis, which is insane. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Machis. If I were you, actually, I'll play Machis right wing, Vinicius left wing, Dalglish striker, and Messi cam. That's what I would do. With Modric and Kimmich, which are my sentiments right now, I would use them both, sentiment. You have Lenglet, Militao, Mendy, and Mbabu. I don't like Mbabu on. Well, I mean, it's okay. I do play players on 7 cam as well, so there's not much that I can say there. So yeah, I guess it's good. Mbabu there is good. Yeah, I don't know why I said that I don't like him there. I just didn't like Mbabu when I used him as a right back. I just didn't like him. Marico. Okay, so I just didn't like Mbabu when I used him as a right back. I don't know why. I just didn't. Sorry, my sister just came into the room, and I was like, get off. So yeah, I didn't like Mbabu when I used him as a right back. I like him more like in the center mid position, but it's okay. He's a good card after all. Just use him there. I'm sure most people will enjoy him. It's just me, man. It's just me. I'm crazy. I like cards that are short. I like cards that are good at dribbling, and I like cards that are good at handling the ball. That's it. That's how I like to play. A lot of people have different play styles, and the things that I tell you, like do this and the other, are all based on my own play style. I know sometimes they're gonna be off for you, so don't just follow everything I'm telling you to the T. That's how we would say here in the UK. And my man Rohan says, please help. Okay, dude. I mean, your team is not good. I don't like him. I'm not the biggest fan of Kubo, even though I get a lot of hate on the comments. I mean, I like Kubo, but then after I tried Vinicius, I prefer Vinicius quite a lot more. I don't know, for some reason Kubo is just erratic in front of goal for me. He didn't perform under pressure, but well, it is what it is. I sent him into an SBC. If I were you, I would get the 89 rated Mendy, and if I were you as well, this Varane, I would really want you to upgrade that Varane, and I would really like you to upgrade that centre back as well. Personally, if I were to tell you something to do with this team, would be to get rid of these 3, get Ter Stegen in, and then get Semedo right back as a centre back, and then get a centre back that can link with Semedo. You could get the new Lenglet, but even though no, you shouldn't get the new Lenglet. You can leave Varane there, and then the Semedo. No, the Semedo wouldn't link to anyone else. So we leave you in a bad spot, except that. Okay, don't bring Semedo in. Just bring another centre back from La Liga, dude. Bring another centre back from La Liga. Get La Liga centre back, and then get Ter Stegen in. Except the only reason it's acceptable to keep Lloris there. If it's Lloris, you got him in a pack. If he's not tradable, that's the only reason I will accept him there. Why don't you play Theo Hernandez, dude? Theo Hernandez is so good, man. What are you doing? Put Theo Hernandez as a left back on the right back position and play him centre back. And find a way. Just find a way to bring him into your team, okay? The Guardiola does need an upgrade, and that Kubo, I'm sure you enjoy him, so I can't say anything there. Who is your striker, by the way? This team is quite weird. You don't have a striker there. You need to get a striker because that's a winger. He's not a striker. You don't have a striker. Mainly, your team needs a better striker and an upgrade on that centre back pairing. That's it. An improvement in rating. Dude, this team is insane. Sar, I would like you to play him in your team like as a starter, but I actually have Sar and I don't play him as a starter either, so it's okay. Theo Hernandez is way better than Sar either way, so that's a plus there. I don't know how I feel about this 90 rated in Nkunku, and I don't know how I feel about Benzema. He's too tall for me, like he's not my type of player, but I do like this winger, and I Benzema and Kaká are both cards that I'm not the happiest about because they are quite tall for me. And these Bellarabi, I haven't seen him much, so I don't know what to say. I don't know he has a 5-star weak fit, so he might be a good card. But yeah, this Benzema and that Kaká, they are not my type of cards. Maybe they work for you, and that, that's completely fine. But because I am doing the review, I would like to tell you to either change them or look for an upgrade on those. So if I were to rate your team, I would say the strongest part of your team is your defense. I would say your midfield is lacking because you don't have a center defensive mid that you really need. Even if you were able to use that Sar, this Sar would be a really decent center defensive mid. If you found a way to like play Sar into your team, bring Sar into your squad, then it would be you could play him center mid with Nkunku, like maybe a five player formation or something like that, dude. What is that? And you have Perisic as well. Dude, Perisic should, in theory, because he has a 5-star weak fit, be better than Benzema. This Henry should, in theory, be better than that Kaká, because you could play Henry on the wing. And that Zakaria, leave him there. Let's see, is that all your bench? No, that's part of your bench, and then this is the other part of your bench. I would personally like you to keep Sabitzer in your squad as a center mid, so you could have Sabitzer and Nkunku. Just find a way to bring Sar or use Sabitzer. Just at the end of the day, you really need to try different things, because that's something that I have found out in my case when I try and change my squad, and then I realize that I have to try different things. So in my case, I tried Mendy center mid, and I didn't like him that much. And then I tried Mendy right back, and I liked him a bit more there. Then I tried Hernandez left back. I liked him, but I prefer him center back. So it comes down to trying, just try cards in different positions, and see how your team feels overall. Now, everyone tradable Benzema and Butra, except Benzema and Butra. I don't like Benzema, dude. If I sell them at like 700k, keep Butra, but do sell Benzema. I don't know how much he's going for, but you do need to upgrade up Benzema. I like your defense. I do think Militao needs shadow. I tried him and he needed shadow. You can have any keeper, so if I were you, I wouldn't even think about getting freaking Alisson instead of Ter Stegen. I'll get 92 rated Ter Stegen for my squad. I like Fabinho. I like that. I love this. And I love these three over here. I just don't like that Benzema. I have not used him. If I'm completely honest with you, I should at least buy him and give him a chance. But he's too expensive. He's just, from what I can see, from his height and the balance he has, I'm sure I would not like him even if I tried him. A lot of people have said good things about him. If I were to have a card instead of Benzema, I would have actually gotten the Vinicius. I would have actually gotten the Vinicius and try and feed Vinicius into my squad, but you can't get him anymore. So it is going to come down to waiting for La Liga to drop like a summer hit striker or something like that. Or you could like bring Messi or... It's just crazy. I would like you to have a striker that can play on the wing because you already have two great strikers. Like I'm sure you bring him back and then you play like Butra striker and then Bruno Cam and then you have Griezmann on the wing and then you can have these other on the wing. So that's what I mean. You need someone that's pacier, shorter, and better at running down the wing. Just wait until you can find one, or even well, I mean, you're gonna call me crazy, but I love my Muniain. I love my Muniain foot birthday. You can play him on the wing with like Hunter. And I'm sure he will do a better job than Benzema on the wing. I can tell you for sure, 100%. He will do a better job than Benzema on the wing. Because of his height, because of his dribbling, because of his passing. Even though Benzema has better passing, it just has to do with the card. And my budget is about 700k, and I wanted to get, except that you play in like central. I think Benzema will be better central. Actually, I don't. But I just don't want you guys to say that I'm crazy. Now, last squad from Fabio. And my budget is 700k, and I want to get Ramos, team of the group stage instead of Militao. You want to get Ramos Dots. Why did I say team of the group stage? Ramos Dots instead of Militao. I love this squad. This looks quite a lot like my team. It's just that your team is better. Like, because you have Ben Yedder, Dots, and then I don't like Awar, bro. Like, I tried Awar and I didn't like him. What I will advise you to do is instead of getting Ramos, the best centre back that I've used this FIFA personally, seriously, better than Militao, I'll personally put Mendy centre back here, and I'll buy Theo Hernandez. I'll buy Theo Hernandez left back, his thoughts, and I'll play him on this left back position. That would be way better. And you could even go as far as to try Roussillon. You could get Roussillon, the new objective card, play him left back here, and have Mendy play centre back, and then I have Roussillon there, like go forward or whatever. But I would seriously, if I was in your position, because that's what I literally do, Mendy centre back and then Theo Hernandez left back, and then in game I would switch them because none of both need more chem either way. Vinicius is insane, and then I don't like Awar. I personally like you to have like a more defensive minded sentiment there. So if you had like a lot of coins, I don't know how many you said you have 700k. It's just that it really depends on your play style, but because you have Modric and Awar, none of both are like proper defensive, and I don't like the fact that Awar has like a 3-star weak fit. So you could get, depending on your play style, the best way I will advise for like neutral is to get someone that's like tall and good at defending. So that's something you could do. But Awar is free. Seriously, I have Awar. I got that same one, and I prefer to use Savanier, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If you like it, you like it. Your team is looking insane either way, bro. Don't hesitate on anything. I hope you play Ben Yedder, Cam, and Dembele striker, so that Dembele lasts the full game, and then on the 45th minute you change Ben Yedder striker, and then you can bring a substitute for Dembele or something like that. Well, thank you so much for watching, dudes. See you on the next one.